Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here and welcome back to season number 2 of the Parma Road to Glory career mode on FIFA 19. You guys absolutely loved season number 1, showed so much support on it. We're back with season number 2, better than ever, qualified for the Europa League in the season finale, finished 6th in the Serie A last season, and we're going in to season number 2, trying to make even more signings, trying to make the team even better and trying to perform even better in Serie A and in other competitions such as now the Europa League. Parma back in Europe. We've got the Coppa Italia as well to look forward to, and we're getting straight into season number 2. You guys left plenty of comments down below in season number 1. Get your comments down below for season number 2 as well, because we will be making signings this episode. But if you guys want me to do anything, leaving some comment suggestions, leaving some transfer suggestions as well, leave them down below. But we're making some signings this episode, putting some training on for season number 2. As you can see, Pellegrini, Sandro Tonali, Taith Chong as well getting involved in the training, and we're going to select our pre-season tournament. It's going to be the European International Cup, worth 4.1 million if we do go on and win it. So I just picked the one with the most prize money for season number 2. The group is Malaga, Dijon and Frosinone, and we're going into some transfer business at the moment. As our new season number 2 budget, we have a transfer budget of 18 million pounds to work with here in season number 2, as we did qualify for the Europa League, finishing 6th. We got a bit of an injection compared to last season, but 18 million, it's enough to work with in order to improve the squad. As you guys know, a lot of our loaned players from last season have gone back to their clubs, such as Inglese, Grassi, Cicciretti, a few other players as well. Sepe, our goalkeeper, has gone back to Napoli as well. So we need to replace those players that did so well for us, but they're back at their parent clubs now. And these are our objectives for this season. They want us to reach the knockout stage in the Europa League, which will be difficult, finish mid-table in Serie A, and reach the round of 32 stage in the Coppa Italia, which is pretty doable. Finish mid-table in Serie A is pretty doable as well. The Europa League will be one of our main focuses this season. We need to sign a crucial first-team player to the team for brand exposure. We need to do a bit of youth development work as well with the youth academy in FIFA 19, and yeah, we're getting straight into the season. Those were our board expectations. We got a 96 manager rating last season, which was above target, but this is the main team going into season number 2. We've got Galano back from loan. I believe he was on loan at Bari last season, so he makes his way onto the bench, 72 rating. But we have Scavone, 65 rated central midfielder. We're looking to sell him on in this transfer window. We've got a few academy youth players in the reserves as well. So that is the general overview of the squad. Murgia Chong in the midfield. David's going to be our main man up top. Biabiani, Sancho on the wings. Tonali is our pillar, I guess, in midfield. But because Sepe has gone back to Napoli from his loan spell here at Parma, we are looking for a second goalkeeper, maybe even a first goalkeeper. We got going after Fructu from Dortmund, from Bayern Munich. I don't know how I confused that, but he's worth 2.8 million. We get him on his valuation with a 5% sell-on clause, and we're going to get him. He's going to be the competition for Blizzari in goals, 70 rated. He's going to grow heaps for us, and a few of you have put him down in the comments below for me to sign. So we're going ahead to delegate that transfer offer for Christian Fructu from Bayern Munich, the German goalkeeper, 19 years of age. Hopefully he'll be joining Parma as we look to our second signing of the window. I was looking at him last transfer window, Enrico Brignola from Sassuolo, formerly of Benevento. He recently moved there last season, so we couldn't sign him in season number 1, but now we've moved on to season number 2. We're going to sign maybe a little replacement for Cicciretti, a little cam, a small central attacking midfielder, versatile on the ball, a good dribbler as well, and a young Italian player, 19 years of age, 72 rated from Sassuolo. Sassuolo, so we're looking to bring him in. His current valuation is 4.7 million. I'm trying to do a bit of a swap deal with one of our players we don't really use. I end up putting up Jacopo Desi. Didn't really feature much for us last season, but they want 3.8 million plus Giacomo Desi. I put 2.5 mil plus Desi, and they just want a 2% sell-on clause, so we agree to that, and we agree a fee for Brignola. Hopefully will be a good replacement for Cicciretti. Very versatile as well, can play right mid, centre mid, right mid, I just said that, right winger, cam, centre forward. A lot of positions this man can play, and he's only 19 years of age, so he's only going to grow in our team, adding another young Italian player to the team. But we do get this transfer budget increase message, which is a new feature on FIFA 19, and they said we decided to increase the transfer budget by $922,000. Not even a million, 922k. I mean, not really much of an increase from last season. We get 17.9 mil at the start, but the transfer budget did get increased, I guess, but we do accept the delegated offers for Fructu and Brignola. So there are two double signings we've made at the start of the transfer window. Brignola there in the Parma kit, 17k a week. He is going to be crucial for us this season as a Cicciretti replacement, hopefully getting a few games in there. And Fructu is going to compete with Plizzari in goals, so two young goalkeepers. Hopefully one of them will be very, very crucial for us this season. As you can see there in the news tile, Parma sealed $2.8 million deal for Christian Fructu, and also fee agreed for Brignola. And we move on to another transfer we are going to pick up this season. It's the Mexican Diego Lainez. A few of you guys, such as Soccer Nation and Juan Carlos Estrada, probably completely butchered that, did want to get Diego Lainez from Club America, 19 years of age. The Mexican right mid is 72 rated. He's got a potential of the low 80s, I think about around 83, 84. And I'm going to pick him up. You guys want him. I decided to get him. Bit of a different kind of player. Not really seen a few people sign him in this year's career mode, which is good, I guess. We're signing different players from, I guess, other YouTubers and stuff like that. But Diego Lainez, the Mexican, is very young, right mid. Could be a backup for Biabiani. And we've looked to get a $4.3 million transfer fee, which is his current valuation. They just wanted a 50k more. We decided to say yes to that, and we have agreed a fee for Lainez, the Mexican right midfielder, which you guys have been wanting. He can also play left midfielder. And now, moving on to our fourth transfer target this episode and this season. We're looking at left backs here. We had two good options at left back. We have Petzela from Basel, and we do have Petretta Petzela from Udinese and Petretta from Basel. Two Italian left backs, two young Italian left backs. And yeah, this one, 21 years of age, 74 rated from Udinese. I decided to go for a big upgrade at left back, hopefully improving our defense. I've been trying to get these swap deals going. Galano is pretty old, so I wanted to include him in a swap deal just to lower the transfer fee a bit. And we've gone Galano plus £6.5 million for Petretta at the back. Petzela, sorry, I'm getting confused with these names. They're too similar, these two Italian players. Petzela, Giuseppe Petzela at the back. So we've delegated that contract, and hopefully that all gets agreed. But he should be joining as our left back, not replacing, but just being more of a solid option for us, say in the Europa League or something. But we get our first preseason game underway. We win 3-1. David Sancho and Rueg get the goals there to win against Dijon, a French team in preseason. So looking good in terms of that. But we are going into some training there. You saw the players doing well in that. But Petzela, the left back from Udine, 21 years of age, can also play left mid. We've agreed a 6.5 million plus Galano. And Diego Lainez, the Mexican from Club America, has also decided to join as well. The contracts all sorted. So Petzela, Lainez, Brignola and Fructu are joining us at the start of the transfer window. 4 summer deals done that I just decided to go out and get, and hopefully they'll improve the team this season, getting a few games in as well. And this is where you guys come in, because I need you to suggest some transfers, I guess. As you can see there, the news tile, Lainez signs his little shirt unveiling at the press conference. You guys let me know who I should sign. In addition to these 4 signings, Lainez was one you guys have been requesting as well. Fructal, I know you guys have requested, as well as Petzella. Great Italian Wonderkid by the looks of things, and I just wanted to try him out in career mode. He's joined us at Parma, as well as Diego Lainez. So 4 solid signings, you guys. You guys have been requesting pretty much all of them except Brignola, but Brignola is a young Italian talent, and I've had him on the shortlist since season number 1. PSV come in an offer for Romagna, which I'm definitely saying no to. I've blocked all offers because he is the heart and soul of our defense. As we go into another pre-season game, it's against Malaga this time, putting up a different kind of squad. We've got Pellegrini starting, Lainez in there as well. Petzella gets a start, Plizzari in net, so Brignola also another summer signing in there. You guys can sort of gauge, trying to experiment, I guess, with a few new players. It ends up being 0-0 against Malaga, so a bit of a decent performance there against a decent Spanish side. So we go into our third and final game for pre-season against Frosinone. We're trying to sell Scavone, the 30 or something year old player. Don't really know much about him, but he came back from a loan, as well as Galano, which we did eventually sell on in a swap deal. So we're trying to sell him, but we're going to this one against Frosinone. We end up getting the 2-1 win. Rueg adding to his pre-season form, getting another goal, and Murgia as well getting a goal and cancelling out Gordy's consolation goal there. But we've reached the semi-finals of the pre-season tournament. More training going on there. Reece James getting a loan offer from Dijon, a team we did face in pre-season. Decided to reject it just because we just got him like in January or last transfer window. So I decided not to sell or loan out James because we need him for backup pretty much. We got so many games coming up this season, especially in the Europa League, so no need to sell anyone as of yet. Just a deadwood we got out so far this episode. Galano and Scavone, I'm pretty sure that was his name. I completely forgot his name. We just got rid of him. But we end up winning against Chavez 4-3 on penalties. A 1-1 display there. Brignola getting his first goal for the club in pre-season. A difficult opposition Chavez was for us, but we end up prevailing on penalties 4-3, making our way into the final. We're going to find out our opponent very, very soon, as Scavone is sold to Chiara SC. I've never heard of that team, but we ended up selling him for 370k. He was pretty much declining, deadwood, so we just got him out of the club. Galano as well, we also got rid of in a trade deal. So all the deadwood I was planning to sell, pretty much we got rid of them. Pretty much everyone in our team is going to get a run out this season, so the deadwood is sold. And Parma, we're looking good this season, as a loan offer for Pardu came in, and definitely not accepting that. And Pardu is going to be a crucial part of our team this season. Going to grow heaps at that centre back position, along with Romagna and Mai at the back. And yeah, that is the team going into the final of this pre-season tournament against Rayo Vallecano. I'm pretty sure the Spanish side from La Liga. We are taking them on in the final of this European International Cup, hopefully winning to get some more sweet transfer budget, and for pretty much more money, just to make sure we sign a few more players that you guys want. And yeah, we're going to sign one more player in this episode, and it's going to be a big player, but we've got this final to get through. We're simulating this one. It's pretty much the first 11, besides Pellegrini up top. Gagliolo gets a red card in the final, so we're left with 10 men for the rest of the second half. We're still going in this one. It's 0-0. We end up simulating it, and we win 5-4 on penalties, so 2 penalty shootout victories in a row through the simulation, through simulating, and we do a bit more training there. Pellegrini growing nicely, getting 2 A's in his training drills. We get 1.7 million in tournament money, and this is the big player I'm talking about, guys. Timothy Weah. Fred Campos, Sveen Banan literally commented on 3 different videos to sign Timothy Weah, and guys, consider your wish complete, I guess. Consider the deed done, because we are going after Timothy Weah. He's going to follow in the footsteps of his father. His father did, in fact, play for Parma all those years ago, and now his son, Timothy, is going to follow in his footsteps, continue the legacy. And as you can see, he's worth 6 million, but his release clause is 4.7 million pounds. So we are getting him under his valuation through the release clause feature, and we're getting him for 4.7 million because that's his release clause. His value was 6 million, and we get an absolute bargain here, boys. The American striker is someone that is going to replace Inglese. Probably not going to start, maybe going to come off the bench, start a few games here and there, but he's going to be our impact sub off the bench. 5-year contract, 22k a week. He's going to be an important team member as we are discussing his contract. We've got 1.7 left in the bank after we do this transaction, but we've decided to give him 25k a week, and he's going to flat out accept that. Timothy Weah is happy he's joining Parma, this Road to Glory team, and hopefully he's going to bag a bunch of goals for us this season. The big striker replacing Roberto Inglese as he's gone back to Napoli from his loan. A big striker joining us in this Road to Glory. Weah, the number 10, following in his father's footsteps, continuing the Weah legacy. And the American joins us for some Serie A action, some Europa League action for 4.7 million. A bargain, guys. It was a no-brainer. We had to get him. You guys wanted him so much. And yeah, consider it done. We've got Weah, a new striker to the team. And those are our 5 signings this episode. So Timothy Weah, the American, 72 rated striker, can play left wing, 25k a week. Petzela, Lainez, Brignola, and Fructu there. Those are the 5 signings we've done. We've only got a bit more transfer budget left, probably about 1.7 mil, so not really many players I can sign with that. But if you guys want me to sign anyone for maybe January, or if there's someone cheap enough to buy this summer transfer window, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what to do, who to play where, you know, let me know exactly what I should do, guys. Get involved as much as you can in this career mode. But those are the 5 signings we've gone, and we've gotten a few good wonder kids there, such as Brignola, Weah, Fructu, a lot of good players. But we're starting our youth academy in Italy with the rest of our money. A 9-month scouting network going to happen. Lorenzo Russo getting it underway there. We're going to hopefully sign some good youth prospects. We got 1.2 million left in the bank for the transfer budget, and we get an offer for Jonathan Biabiani, the French winger. He's now 31. He went down last season by 1 overall from Eibar in La Liga. 4 million offer. Decided, you know what, he was bought by Parma in real life this season, so just wanted to keep some of the old Parma players that we started the career mode with, because we did sell Gervinho, we did sell a few Parma players, and now wanted to keep that original Parma core that we started off with. So Jonathan Biabiani is going to stay this season, probably maybe his last season, but we simulated all the way to the start of Serie A. Not many really offers coming in for any of our players, but not to worry, we are going into this first match in the Serie A at home against a recently promoted Benevento from Serie B. This would be their second time in Serie A in history, and we're going up against them at the Stadio Ennio Tardini at home in Parma. And we're hoping to get all 3 points here. Our strongest lineup is going into this game, and we're starting off the season strong. And as you can see there, our lineup was shown. Let me know who I should be playing, who I should be benching, all that stuff. Let me know in the comments below. But we're going into this one, hopefully starting off the Serie A campaign strong, as we're looking to maybe go a bit further than 6, maybe crack the top 4 this season, or if not, hopefully win the Europa League so we can qualify for the Champions League. But we've got a lot of work to do ahead of us. It's a young, hungry squad that we're going in with. This is looking to be our strongest lineup on the pitch. I don't know why it has Taith Chong in a central defensive midfield position when it shows it in game, but he is playing at a cam position as we go into this one. We got a few early shots here from a corner, but Benevento on the attack here. In the opening 10 minutes, Rodriguez crosses the ball into Tello, and it hits the woodwork there. Coming off the bar, Benevento nearly gave us an early shock and would have put their Serie A campaign really well, as Jadon Sancho gets a finesse shot off there. Just goes wide, unfortunately, for the Englishman. Probably going to be one of our star men this season. 79 overall, as Ruig, our right back, crosses the ball in, and it's an unmarked Jadon Sancho. The left wing Englishman has gotten our Serie A campaign off and running in season number 2. The number 11 we signed in January is finding his feet in this Parma squad, and he's got another header to his name. He's been scoring a few headers as of late. It was a beautiful cross in from Rueg, our right back, and it was an unmarked Jadon Sancho waiting to pounce on that one, got his head to it, and the Benevento keeper couldn't do much about that one, and we go 1-0 up at home against recently promoted Benevento, and we're going into halftime 1-0 up, hopefully looking to keep it up as we get another shot there, and unfortunately the keeper makes a save in the 60th minute as we continue on through the game, trying to close this game off in the 90th minute. We couldn't find the last goal, and we keep getting shots away. The keeper keeps saving it. We tried to close the game out, get a second and third goal. It just didn't happen, but it wouldn't matter in the end. The Jadon Sancho header would ensure we got our first 3 points of the season in Serie A, and Parma are up and running. 1 game, 1 win in Serie A, and we're flying at the moment, getting a crucial win at home in our first game of season number 2. We do a bit more training there as we are one of 8 teams getting a win in their first game as we go into the next match against Fiorentina, a team that didn't really do that well last season. We're going up against them at the Franchi in Florence, and our first away game of the season. In season number 2, we're wearing the famous yellow blue strip, one of my favorite kits this year, especially for Parma. In real life, it looks beautiful. But we're going into our second Serie A game. It's going to be the second game and final game of the episode to start off season number 2. Decided to give you guys 2 Serie A games to look forward to this episode, as well as some transfer business. But we're going into this one again with the same lineup. Fiorentina doing a bit of business there. They got Jota and Vilhena there in their lineup, but we keep going against Fiorentina away from home. We're trying to clear the ball here. Romagna trying to play it from the back. It falls straight to Benassi. Benassi puts through Simeone, and unfortunately for Fiorentina, did not go through. But in the 5th minute, Jota is through from Wolverhampton Wanderers. He puts through Simeone, and I'm pressing Y for Plizzardi to come out of the goals, and he just lets it fall beneath him. He doesn't even come out to grab it. He just lets it go under his arm, and Diego Simeone? I don't know his first name. Diego Simeone is the manager. I've completely bottled it here. I'm going to look like an idiot this episode, but as you can see there, Plizzardi lets it go under his arm, and unfortunately we go 1-0 down against Fiorentina, but a beautiful through ball gets put to Biabiani. Biabiani puts the ball through to David, and unfortunately just goes off target from the Canadian, and we can't get the equalizer here in the 12th minute, but Fiorentina were looking very decent in this game, but we got a shot off with Tonali. Unfortunately, it didn't go through, but Tonali again on the ball, puts a lovely through ball through to David, hits the post, it rebounds straight back to his feet, and David gets his first goal of the Serie A campaign in season number 2. He's going to be our main man this season. The Canadian needs to step up. He was showing his worth in the tail end of season number 1, but it was a beautiful ball from Tonali, recently called up to the Italian national team as well. The 19-year-old looking really good in centre of midfield, and he's gotten his first assist of the campaign as well as David's first goal of the campaign. And it's a classic chicken dance celebration we got going on with this Parma team, but we get the equalizer here at the Franchi against Fiorentina, and we're going into the second half, nearly conceding a second goal there. Plizzardi tried to play it from the back. Thankfully, the Fiorentina striker hit the post, and it was an easy save for Plizzardi, but Plizzardi, that wasn't such an easy save. Chiesa's shot parried wide from Plizzardi, a great save from him in net, really stepping up this season as Fiorentina continue to attack here. They've made their way through the box, but Tonali with a great tackle, getting it out to Jadon Sancho, a man full of pace, puts the ball through to Jonathan David. He finds some space. Tonali again, he's running the midfield at the moment, puts the ball through to Biabiani. Biabiani takes a shot, and it's going to fall to Jadon Sancho. The Englishman gets his second goal of the campaign. It was a rebound goal after the keeper saved it for Fiorentina. Jadon Sancho was there ready to pounce, and he's followed up in the second game of the Serie A with a goal. He scored against Benevento at home, and he's come here against Fiorentina, gotten a goal to make it 2-1. A tight angle left foot shot landed in the roof of the net somehow, but we get the lead here against Fiorentina, making it 2-1. The boys looking very happy away from home, doing well. 2 goals for Jadon Sancho in Serie A in the 53rd minute. We're looking really decent here in our first away game, looking to get back-to-back wins, but Fiorentina will not let up here in the 56th minute, literally straight after we scored. It falls right to Benassi, not Simeone, it's Benassi, the Italian. He's doing really well for Fiorentina in real life, and he is putting it in there again. It's Simeone, actually. I don't know why I thought it was Benassi, but Benassi has been playing well in real life for Fiorentina, but it's Simeone getting a double here. We tried to clear it, it fell straight to Simeone, and he tucked it home for the equalizer for the Viola. And we are trying to get the 3rd goal here. We lose the ball in midfield poorly, losing possession there. Simeone running at goal. He gives the ball off to Benassi, and that's why I was thinking of Benassi. I knew he was going to score to make it 3-2 after being 2-1 up. Benassi hits us with an absolute thunderbolt of a shot, comes off the post and goes into the goal to make it 3-0. We're trying to find the equalizer here, but Murgia just puts it wide with that finesse shot. Unfortunately, couldn't find our 3rd goal of the game, and we're looking like not getting any points here in Florence. Unfortunately for us, we do end up losing that one after being 2-1 up against Fiorentina. Very disappointing, but we did play really well in that one, and we still put up a good fight against Fiorentina, but they did come back in that one, making it our first loss of the season. So we get a win and a loss in this episode to start the Serie A off, but hopefully we'll be starting the Europa League soon, Coppa Italia as well. This is just episode number 1 of season number 2. If you did go on to enjoy, please smack a like on the video, subscribe for some more FIFA 19 career mode content. Follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the very next episode. Peace.